Hi there. I've not done a video for a little while. I've basically sort of stripped my game back to basics, and then I've gone forward again, and it's really helped my game. Just hit the bit of the reset button. So I'm going to go through a few things that I've been working on that have really benefited my game. And I've taken some inspiration from some of the videos I've seen that some of the pros do and kind of added my own spin on it. So this is basically how my average has jumped massively. I was kind of averaging around the 60-ish mark. I've been now consistently getting around the 70 mark plus. So I focused on a few areas. First things first was my throw. I found, I wouldn't say nerves, but I was feeling tension and stuff like that when I was throwing and that sort of thing. So I needed to sort of try and find a way to ease my tension, to try and to try and regain some focus to get to score well, and then inevitably get down to a double and finish and stuff like that. So basically, I won't go over stance and stuff like that. I've gone through that before. So obviously, make sure you've got a good stance and you're comfortable with what you're doing. Wear shoes, or the shoes you normally play in and stuff like that when you practice. That really helps. The other thing is also looking to break down your actual throw. So when you're throwing your dart, obviously find your grip, get everything right. And then when you push through, just make sure you get a nice extension with your arms. You want to be coming through, keep your arms straight as possible. And just focus on where you want to hit. Don't overthink the actual throw itself. Just try and be as natural as possible. The other thing I broke down into the way I was playing was the way I was holding my darts in my hand there. So I was looking, so when I go to retrieve my dart, every time the dart comes and hits the same point in my hand every time. That will help you consistency. If you're pulling your dart out and then you're having to fiddle around to try and get your grip right, that isn't going to work. You need to be taking your dart out of your hand every time. It's got to be where your grip is, where you want it to be. So that was something that took me a little bit just to get my head around again. I've been playing for like 30 plus years, since I was a little kid, and then competitively for 25 years. So I've tried to break a few bad habits. The other thing that has really benefited my game was controlling my breathing. This helped with nervous tension. This helped with being more relaxed. And I found if I controlled my breathing, my scoring went up exponentially. My doubling percentages went up. Don't get me wrong, I still have good games, still have bad games. But on a whole, my consistency and averages have gone up. So that's it's a win-win. So what I'm doing now is I'm addressing the oche as I would do. Take a deep breath. When I exhale, I'm then releasing the dart. I'm just then controlling my breathing from a second dart, and then I'll nice breath in and then exhale out. So that's what I'm doing now. Finding that I'm getting more consistent with me scoring, and I was pinning the treble 20 for a start a hell of a lot, and that's where games won and lost. So once I broke down the throw and went right back to basics, focused on my grip, found a different way of gripping my darts. I'll just retrieve them. Different way of gripping my darts. I hold my dart a bit like this, so. But I can literally sort of just use those two fingers and my thumb to pin the dart. So when I'm releasing, it comes out my hand. Nice. Also found just tweaking my grip slightly. I wasn't gripping the dart too tightly. So if you're gripping the dart too tightly, you can get tension coming down your forearm, and you'll find your arm isn't coming through. You lose that fluidity with your throw, the natural feeling when you're throwing your dart. So don't grip your dart too tightly. Like I said, I found a way to just get the grip quite nice and just push the dart through. Having the right darts also helps. I chop and change between my darts depending on how work has killed my hands. I'm a builder, do carpentry, plastering, all sorts of things. But in plastering for a few days, I can't throw the littlers, I can't grip the dart. So I've switched over to the Bolide 01s. I've got the Bolide 02s. I'll do a little review on these at some point. That really helps. Yeah, so controlling breathing, stuff like that. So the fundamentals of that side of the game, I broke down and I focused really hard, and it took a bit of work over Christmas and stuff like that to get my average back to where I want my average to be, and I want to improve on that now. So hopefully it will keep going up. So then the next thing that I broke down with my actual game was set myself little targets. Now, when I was averaging 60, I was purely focused on basically hitting 24 dart legs. Now, that'll beat a lot of your amateur players. If you can average 24 dart legs every time to 60 average all day long, and it's comfortable. I want to be one of those players that people fear when they think, I'm playing him tonight, that they know they've got to bring their A game, and my consistency is there, that I can give them a run for their money. So what I started doing was I set myself a little goal that I want to be averaging 21 darts or less. 21 darts is going to be pushing around the 70 average. So I want to be between 18 and 21 consistently, and trying to pump the scores up that way. So I broke my game down again. So I thought, now how can I practice to make my game a bit more fluid and stuff like that, and I'm putting the pressure on my opponent from the first dart. It's the first 9 average. So I was averaging around 60-65 my first 9 before Christmas, around 60-65 mark consistently. So I then focused on my scoring training. Now, I've seen some people, they'll go for the 99 dart challenge and they'll just stand there and have 33 throws at the dartboard and try and pump up a really big score. Now that's all well and good. Score 2,500 points or around that sort of mark. That's not really going to help you in the long run, because standing there just pummeling the dartboard and that range is a bit of can get a bit monotonous. So what I did was I broke it down. I thought, right, I'm going to do 5 throws on scoring training. Now, 5 throws, 15 darts. Now, what I was aiming to do is I wanted to score 500 points in those 5 throws. I know that'd be a ton average, which is, that's like the ultimate. But what I would do is I'll have 5 throws, and whatever score I had left, I had to finish in 6 darts. So that would then bring me into that 21 dart leg thing. So I found that to start off with, I was getting around 350, 380. And then I was looking to finish the leg in whatever darts I had left. I might have 121, I might have 150, whatever. So I looked to try and finish then in 6 darts, to try and get down to that 18-21 average. If I hit the 500, fantastic. So then I focused heavily then on breaking the back of the leg in the first 9 darts. So that really helped. And then I focused on finishing. I was then looking at ways to keep finishing simple, keeping the math simple, going for trebles and doubles that I hit frequently. So I leave myself tops a lot, so I would practice tops. I practice double 10, I practice double 5 a lot. I'd also practice 32 route, and I have a few darts at the 18s, because you do leave 36 occasionally as well. I'd also look to throw for the ball quite a bit, so I would look to just pound away at the bullseye and stuff like that. And then I started looking at other aspects of my game. Now, sometimes the darts will, you cover the treble 20 bed on the first dart, you cover shots. So then I'll be focusing on hitting the treble 19, hitting the treble 18, the big 3 trebles, and consistently trying to hit them. So even if I hit 2 20s, I've covered the treble 20 bed, I'll drop down for the 19s. I was making sure I hit at least a single 19 to basically average around that 60 mark again. And all these things are building to build a better average. Scoring is one thing, doubling is another. I'd also focus on my double practice. The 33% game, Matthew Edgar posted on his YouTube ages ago. That really helps. Rather than just playing Bob's 27, his is quite good because you throw 3 darts and say double 1. If you hit it with the first dart, you go straight to double 2. You got 2 free darts and a double 2. If you hit double 2, then go for double 3. If you miss with all 3, you go back 1. And if you miss with all 3 again, you go back 1. But you just work your way around the dartboard that way. It can take, on a good day, I can whip around the board quite quickly. On a bad day, I could be there for ages. But it's all about building consistency, getting your eye line to focus on different parts of the dartboard. It also, if you start missing a certain double, you're going to be going backwards and forwards, but you will find it and you will hit it. It's all about consistency and confidence. The other thing is having the right mindset. If you're going in for a double, I don't know, say double 7, used to be the bane of my life. I used to always think, oh, I've left double 7, I never hit it. That's the wrong thing to think. You want to be thinking, I've got double 7, this is mine, I'm not going to miss this, they're not going to have a shot at double, this is my game. And it's just getting that positive mental attitude in place that you find that you don't take away the negativity. You might have a bad score the throw before, and we all have that. You might go up and hit 26 and you'd be, oh, I've hit 26. You're not going to throw those darts again. It happens. Even the pros hit 26s. You know, even Luke Littler and Luke Humphreys, they have bad scores. They don't hit perfection every time. If they did, there'd be 9 darting all the time, be just going with the throw. And it'd be awesome to watch, but they're good, but they're only human. And so are you. And it takes time, it takes practice, and it's just getting a positive mental attitude when you're playing your games, not to let your head drop. I've played many a game in the past where I've won games. I've seen in the pub leagues where a player, you literally see their shoulders drop. I know the game's mine. All I've got to do is just maintain the pressure and hit the double. And you notice it on the online games too, when like 1 minute they're pinning good scores, you bang 180 against them and you take that leg, and then you start noticing that they start hitting the 45s, the 26s. All you got to do is keep the consistency there, keep going for the big 20, hit 60, look at that's your minimum score you want to be hitting, and build on it, and you'll find your confidence will be growing and you will get there. I used to lack in confidence, but I'm finding now that I'm more relaxed. Comes with age, I suppose. But yeah, just don't beat yourself up. Just focus on what you want to do. See what aspects of your game that you might be suffering with, and then focus a little training routine that suits you. If anybody has any questions, just drop a comment in the comments. I will try and answer everybody's comment. You know, I want to try and help people. I'm not the greatest player in the world, but far from it. But I love darts and I want to help people, and I want to try and get people improving and enjoying the game, and not be feeling that they've got a lacking confidence, that they want to throw the darts in the bin and rip the board off the wall. Take a step back, have a breath, and go back in, because giving up, you'll never get anywhere. You know, and no one will ever think any less of you if you're trying. I've played lots of players that are not very good, but they love the game and they just want to play, and they don't care who they play, they just enjoy the game. And that's where you want to be at. If you love what you do, there's no pressure. it's a game and it's there to have fun. But yeah, like I said, if you like the video, I've got other videos that I'm going to be looking to do soon. I've got some more review videos I'm going to be making soon, and hopefully some more tutorial videos and stuff that I can go a little bit more into depth with the stuff that I use, equipment wise and whatnot. A little bit about my throw, about my game, and if anybody has any questions, like I said, bang them in the comments. Like, share, subscribe and all that lovely stuff. It all helps with the algorithm apparently. I know nothing about it, that sort of things, but like I said, if you like it, thumbs up, and hopefully the next few videos will give a bit more insight and I won't have to waffle on for so long. But yeah, have a good one guys, and I'll speak to you soon.